Welcome back, everybody. I have pretty much the dream engine for the Z2.0. The Z2.0 is the chance for me to build it exactly the way I want it, not on a budget. But I came up on this deal and it was completely on a budget. It worked really well. I wasn't planning on buying anything just yet. You can't pass on something like this. You guys got to see what I see. Oh, 6.2. We got an aluminum block LS3 right here, baby. Oh, heads and all. So yes, came up on an LS3. This is going to be the perfect engine for the Z. Like, absolutely, it couldn't get any better. The only way this would have got any better is if I decided to go the 2J route, which was a plan years ago. But for right now, this is, you know, I'm team LS all the way. So this is really a big improvement over the last version of my Z. So I've been checking this engine out because honestly, even though I bought it and I was gonna buy it regardless, I was a bit nervous that there was something wrong with it. Not gonna lie, I got it for way too cheap. I got this complete engine for, when I went and looked at it, you know, maybe the guy needed the money or something. I'm not sure, but way too cheap. And I'm psyched though. I'm super psyched. What else can I say? So the reason why I tore this down before even starting the video was I wanted to verify everything for myself just to make sure. I want to get my hopes up and be like, hey, I got this engine, but it's a dud, whatever. But no, everything. I went ahead and looked at the rod bearings. I opened it up, checked the cylinder walls. Everything is A-okay. So I'm super psyched. You guys have no idea. You guys have no idea how psyched I am. Yeah, so this is kind of speeding the process along a little bit faster than I was planning on it, but that's totally okay. We got the engine we want. Now we build off of this. So super excited. Recently, I did a BTR NA stage 3 cam and a GTO. And I really enjoyed how that car ran. It really opened up the top end, whereas, you know, so if I were to go back and redo the GTO build or whatever, I would have picked a different cam to start. I wanted a more broad power band. Right now, the GTO, it makes max horsepower and torque right around 5,000 RPMs. Obviously, the turbo will carry it further, but that's where the sweet spot is in my 1-to-1 gear. So it's still the TSP 228R. It's on a 110 LSA. So obviously that brings, you know, the torque curve and everything down in the RPMs, which initially I thought that was going to be the best bet for me, but not necessarily. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go since this is bigger displacement and the Z is light, we could go a bigger cam and without losing a lot of low end torque. And still get all of the RPM out of this engine. So we're looking to rev this out to 7,000, at least 7,000, and we're gonna keep it NA for the time being. Eventually, I think I want to go LSA supercharger again, but you know, that's up in there. This is way down the road. So yeah, I literally pulled everything out. The only thing I have yet to pull out is the cam, but base pretty much it spins freely. You guys could see that. Obviously, we're gonna do a new cam retainer plate, new cam. Obviously, we're gonna do new timing chain, gear. You know, we're gonna get it running the way we need to get it. So we're gonna keep weight down, power up, and more RPM range. So this thing's gonna be a little bit of everything I've ever wanted in a V8 build. The only other one I would really want is like a 427, the LS7. I don't know anytime that would happen. If I go that route, that will go in the GTO. But this is about to make the Z scream. So over the next week or two, I'm gonna be getting some parts for this engine. We're gonna do the LS9 head gaskets, new head bolts, lifters, lifter trays. We're gonna do a oil diverter or the barbell, as what you guys know. Rear main seal, front main seal, cam gear, cam, springs, yes, the whole thing. Pretty much the whole thing. So look at this weather. This weather sucks. But we're in the GTO, heading back to the shop. I had to drop my dad's truck off. I was doing some work to it today, and yeah, we're just enjoying this thing. The Tickmaster cylinder is actually very nice. It actually gives the GTO a little bit more of a more feel. I feel like since the clutch was so soft, it made this car feel less race car-ish. And you know, if you got a fat, honestly, maybe I'm from the old school or something. You know, I felt some older V8s in the past that were really, really aggressive, and I feel like the LS stuff is not so aggressive sometimes. So I would like it, I try to make it a little more aggressive. A couple things that are going on. I'm just so excited. Bruh, I am so excited about this LS3. You guys have no clue. No clue at all. Like how excited I am. I can't believe the shape I got it in. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll be ordering some parts for that thing soon. Hopefully have the engine completely built up or back, like refreshed, just light refreshment as of as of next week. Anyway, next order of business is one with the new Z. I don't want to use the Jegs oil pan. That's what I used before, and it was a budget oil pan. It did well. It wasn't bad for oil control, but overall fitment and also the oil filter relocation, I could not stand. You know, even with AN fittings and all of that stuff, some of that stuff comes loose, and then you start losing oil, or you lose oil pressure, and that really, really bothers me quite a bit. So on this one, I was looking at using the masked LS swap oil pan. Seems to fit. And then we're gonna do like the LOJ motor mounts, and then G-force bell housing adapter, mainly because it's a bit cheaper than the LOJ one. Now, I didn't have any problems with the G-force bell housing adapter one bit. It was actually really good. I was considering building that T56, but I'm not sure if I really have the time to do so, and it would honestly be easier for me to get a bolt-on kit than to build a transmission. This is why most YouTubers end up you know, just filming this stuff and then having other people do it for them. Once again, I'm not that guy. I wish I was, but I'm not that guy. And you know, we'll get this build on the road. The other thing I would like to get for the Z is I want to get the Cook's long tube headers. I'm not lying, guys. I really want to build something that I'm more proud of than this thing. You know, this thing is dope, but I'm more proud of it than this. So the goal is 500 wheel NA, and a really good daily driver. And then, you know, later on maybe add the supercharger or turbo, something like that. But for now, we're gonna go NA, long tube headers, and big cam and a screamer. Now on to GTO business. I need to get a tire on here, and I'm not sure what I want to do. Obviously I'm 6-speed manual and I street drive this thing all the time, so a radial is ideal, but at the track I do not want to blow anything up, so a bias ply is where it's at. I know we have the QuickTime Pros. I think those are the DOT tires. I think the QuickTime Pros are the DOT tires. I just want to get a proper bias ply on this thing, and a skinny up front, and letter E. A couple of things before the track opens is skinny, bias ply tires and wheels, then figuring out the seat situation. Those three things, I think she'll be ready to rip and good to go after that. I can't believe it. I'm so excited, you guys. You have no clue. I'm so excited. Yes. What am I gonna get for this thing? I need a skinny and a radial or bias ply. So I have a friend who has a 300Z as well, and he said if I could get my BG30 running pretty decent, he would buy it off of me. So essentially this, whatever I make off of that, I will put back into the LS swap as well. So that's pretty much how how I fund a lot of my builds is if I have parts that I need or want, I will sell other parts that I don't need or nor want, and you know, it's just an even trade-off for the most part. So, and I feel like that's how you're supposed to do these kind of builds, just so you're not actually coming out of pocket and pretty much going broke or like working your butt off to get it. A lot of things are obtainable, especially being in the car world. A lot of people want what you have, and then you want what other people have as well. So yeah, I know this video is dual subject, racing the GTO, but yeah, so that's what's going on. We got a ton to get done. Like I said, it's gonna work out really awesome, and it's gonna be sick. Hopefully the best build yet. Best build yet. Fingers crossed. Ain't that right, Ryder? Ain't that right? Best build yet, right? Yeah.